I always liked the Lexus GX. It was one of my favorite vehicles, but even with the V8, it wasn't that quick, and it guzzled a lot of gas. It was time for an update. Now they got the new improved GX550. I think I need to get one. This is our broadcasting studio where we make all our videos and broadcast them all over the world. Which is why you need to send us some Patreon money. It costs a lot of money to maintain this outfit. And Lexus was nice enough to send us their new GX550 SUV for a 1-week test on and off-road. This is a nice looking rig. So, let's take it in our office and see how much it costs. Because I don't think these are cheap. We'd also use some Patreon to pay for gas because we're like 80 miles from the nearest town. Long ways to drive to work every morning. Especially in this. But I hear the fuel economy on this is much improved over the previous model. We'll find out. Let's look at the price sticker, and it's a bit of wavy paper here, not very flat, so we'll have to compromise. The base price starts at $64,000, but it says here Luxury Plus. Plus meaning plus more money, you bet on that. But it's made in Japan, where quality of assembly and parts is high, so I'm willing to pay a bit more for that. I think you should be too. Oh yeah, we're starting out more. But wait, there's more. Look at all these surcharges. Jacking the price up. You know what you're getting for all that extra money? $80 for a key glove, are you kidding me? I think that's what covers the key fob, but it looks like somebody swiped it. Wonder what they sold it for. Well, with all this stuff, we're a bit more than the $64,000 base, $20,000 more. Woo. No crash data listed yet. But a tank like this, I don't think you have to worry too much about being in an accident. So here it is, and I think this is a pretty nice looking vehicle, especially after the wash job we gave it. Get all that dust off from the desert. Usually I'm not a fan of silver or gray paint, but I like this particular shade. I don't know what they call it, but it looks like gray to me. Here's the rear view. And one of the smartest things Toyota Lexus ever did was to move out of California and go to Texas. They sent it here just for us. One of the first things we do when we get a vehicle is check to see what brand of tires they're giving us, because a lot of car makers are putting cheap junkers on to save money. Here we have Dunlops. Okay, good brand. But these are the optional 22 inchers. I don't know what you get for the standard 20 inches. I think there's some 21 inchers also available. Things change. You have to check with your dealer to be specific. One word of warning about these 22 inchers. They don't do much to help the ride. Stiffens it up a bit, regardless of the vehicle. And number two, if you ever get a flat and need a replacement quick, your Lexus dealer better be down the street, because no one else is going to have these in stock, I guarantee you. Especially if you're on the freeway far from home. Ask me how I know. It's an oddball size. And the second thing we checked is underneath to see if there's a spare tire, and there is. I can see it right through here. Yep, under the vehicle, so if you get a flat, you got to crawl underneath and get dirty. Unless you call roadside assistance. And third thing we do is take the headlights out in the dark and set it before them and do a night drive. We did a separate video on that, posted it on YouTube, so we'll have a link for that at the end of this video, so you're getting 2 videos for the price of 1, free. Now this one has a nice little gimmick. I think this is part of the option packages we were looking at. The running boards that go out, and when you shut the door, they retract. Come on, retract. There we go. I'm going to turn these off permanently because I really don't have a need for these myself. The older GX had a V8 with 329 pounds-feet of torque, 301 horsepower. Fuel economy rating is 15 to 19 mpg, which is pretty accurate. Overall average is 16, which is pretty accurate. It wasn't very quick, 0 to 60 in around just over 7 seconds. This twin-turbo V6 is far more impressive. 349 horsepower, Torque is fantastic at 479 pounds-feet at 2,000 RPM. Fuel economy 15 to 21, claimed 17 overall. We'll put around 300-400 miles on this and see if that's true. And 0 to 60 time, just over 6 seconds. And if you're wondering about their recalls that Toyota Lexus have done on some of their twin turbos lately, that applies only to the Tundras and the Lexuses. This is a different engine, not subject to any of the recalls. So you're good to go. And the V6 is hooked to a 10-speed automatic transmission with a conventional stick shift. And of course, 4-wheel drive. Along with 4-wheel drive low, locking differential, a drive mode button. Look at all the modes we got. Eco, Comfort, Normal, Sport S, Sport S Plus, Custom. One thing I don't like, when you turn off all the dumb safety nannies like lane assist, automatic braking, all the other garbage I don't want, you get a light telling you it's off, and that's fine, but why does it have to be orange, the same color as a check engine light or flat tire light? I don't be ignoring orange lights. If I did, I'd be ignoring this, showing one of my tires is low. This should be a different color, but all manufacturers use this color for their turn-off switches, so I guess it's just a trend. And I have no idea what this is. Every 10 minutes this pops up. I can't seem to turn it off. Well, you can turn it off, but it just pops up again 10 minutes later. If you know what that's all about, leave a comment in the comments section. I can't find anything about it in the owner's manual. And we get a nice computer giving us all our MPG numbers that we'll be seeing later on in the test. Your off-road information. And I love this. You can monitor your tire pressures specifically for each tire while you're driving. And that's what's causing the problem. The spares are a little low from the cold weather. Nothing serious. And on the rear view mirror, you flick the magic button and you get another camera for the rear with a wide view, or the one we have on the info screen. Take your pick. Enough show and tell. Let's go out and do some driving for part 2. Got very nice brakes, good pedal feel, no mush. As much as I like the Lexus V8s, these V6 turbos are better. The massive low-end torque makes it more pleasant to drive. No hesitating. A far better driving experience in my book. Matches well with the 10-speed transmission. And the ride's reasonably comfortable and smooth, depending on what mode you put it in, of course. Yeah, I hate to say it, I don't miss the V8s. We're going to take a highway trip, see how this performs on the road, and get some fuel economy numbers as well. On the positive side, this vehicle is pretty comfortable to drive. Wind noise is low for a large SUV. The ride is smooth enough. On the negative side, this hood is vibrating like a tuning fork from the super thin aluminum construction. And I know manufacturers are trying to save weight for fuel economy purposes, but come on, heavy rig like this, I don't think shaving about a half a pound off the hood is going to make much difference. It looks cheap. This isn't a Toyota Corolla, it's a Lexus. You put more metal in the hood here. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera, but I'm certainly seeing it in person. Just vibrating away. Not good for its image. Well, there you go. I was getting 22.7 at 65 miles per hour. At 75 miles per hour, it dropped a bit. I need to patrol the ranch, and the rattling you hear is not the vehicle, it's some chairs I have in the back seat. No, the vehicle's not falling apart. Oh, great. Someone left the gate open again. Come back here. Come here. The suspension does a pretty good job absorbing impacts on these washboard roads. Not as good as the Ford Raptor I had about a month ago, but Definitely better than most pickup trucks I've been driving out here. I'm impressed. And I'm glad to see these power mirrors fold so they don't get scratched up by any bushes. Yep, they left the gate open. And apparently you're the only one left. That's my buddy Hunter. You'd like me to step out so you can jab me with those horns, wouldn't you? If you need something larger than the new Toyota Land Cruiser for serious off-roading, this is it. The only disadvantage, it's a bit on the wide side, so you can't squeeze into narrow spaces as you can in the 4Runners and Land Cruisers. Though you carry more stuff. So what's my take on this GX after a week of driving? I like the vehicle. It's very, very nice. I didn't want to give it back. My only concern is with the pricing. They keep jacking the price up and adding all these options. Kind of in the same boat as Mercedes has been, doing the same thing. It's been costing them a lot of sales. Well, we got so much money in our wallet, guys. I can tell you, when you go to the dealer, work out your best deal. And since you're here, you might as well stick around and watch our headlight test and night drive. And the link for that's coming up right now.